Like in 98, I had an apartment working for Delta Junior College, and one of my cousins, my aunt's youngest son, and me being the youngest from her sister, Effie and Essie, and my cousin Kevin Brown, he was crying out, at the end of his crossroads on what to do in life, as far as direction and so forth. Never worked before. Worked only one job. I think he was 33 when he passed away. Committed suicide in my house. He felt that he can do it. When I talked to the coroners, that he can do it because I was the only one that was going to understand in my house, and I was at so much peace. You know what I'm saying? It was surreal for the event to happen, knowing that, okay, just broke up with his fiance, took half his clothes, moved with me. I told him on the phone a couple of days before, that he come stay with me. We can go to San Francisco. We both were born in San Francisco, to the 49ers game. We never been to the game before together. And so he came in, and I had to do inventory the next day. He came in at night, and I just told him, to calm down, wait for me, you know what I'm saying? He was dealing with manic depression and so forth. A lot of people was looking for him throughout Stockton, you know what I'm saying? Because he had festered up a whole bunch of problems, you know what I'm saying? And looking for a way out. And for me personally, you know what I'm saying, that was one of the dramatic things that happened in my life, at a peace and a calm, knowing that I had a relationship, not to get, I think, so spiritual with God, and just to have me at a peace, my spiritual walk, enhanced. Life was real then by him, committed suicide. The next morning when I came home from work, I found the Bible, half a Bible ripped out, Colossians chapter 3, and they couldn't find it. They figured that he ate it, and the Bible was up on him when he committed suicide, and you know what I'm saying, and put it to his head, and he was all in white, his white socks, white boxers, white t-shirt, laid perfectly right across the bed and everything, and I'm the first one that ran up on him, smelling smoke and everything inside the house. And that ordeal, his sisters and nieces and everybody had to think that I had something to do with it, because I guess he felt that I was the only one going to understand, and they didn't understand him. He didn't have a relationship with them in the prior, weeks and months before. So the encounter that I took from it and got from it, it was, even though it was devastating, but that was a crossroad of when God had me. Okay. To know that, you know what I'm saying, on how dramatic and devastating it was to see something like that. To see something and run up on that, you know what I'm saying, and not confide in his brothers and his sisters, and then to me to know that he can do this at my house, and I would know how to explain it at his wake and so forth. So, you know what I'm saying, that was the uplifting crossroads to really know who I am, to identify myself as a man, identify myself as my purpose in this life, and how to care and, be sensitive for people that's dealing with all types of different, setbacks and personal endeavors in their life. So that's what motivated me, that spiritual aspect and that crossroad for me personally.
I thought that time God had you and helped you through it.
Yes, I mean, it was.
For him. Yeah,
it was so, I spent time with him for the last 2 weeks, just so extreme to where, even though we had a best relationship, that was the best time that we had. Yeah. In the relationship. Yeah. He looked to his older brothers and everybody to confide in, but we had a rapport with each other that was, I understand what it says, a friend sticks closer than a brother. That scripture, and that was one of the things, because he would not go nowhere without me. He was popular, everybody knew him, you know what I mean, and when you seen me, you seen him, when you seen him, you seen me, and it was just that he didn't want to confide in nobody but me, you know what I mean. If he would people would call and try to reach him. He wouldn't talk to him. He wouldn't get in touch with him, or whatever. But
You were that connection through.
I was that connection. You know what I'm saying? And he was saying that when he was in prison, when he got out several months before that, he read the Bible every day. And my spiritual walk was on the incline. It wasn't where I wanted to be, but he would share with me that he knew the Bible and he speaks to God and he talked to God and he know God and everything. So that was some of the release. But point being is that that was the seriousness of being that close to someone, you know what I mean, to say, you know, why is it that I'm here still? And my cousin did this. And I done had certain events and people done threatened my life and so forth, and I'm still here. So that was an actual reference point for me to say, I have a purpose.
All right.
I had the ultimate, you know, purpose in this life. And where's your praise report?